So, servus und herzlich willkommen zu GreedFall. Wir machen jetzt erstmal eine kurze Begrüßungsrunde. Der Phil ist da, schön, dass du da bist. Und der Reinhold, wie immer, schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's euch? Wie war euer Tag bis jetzt? So, wir sind hier stehen geblieben. Was wollten wir eigentlich machen? Ich weiß es gar nicht mehr. Schon wieder zu lange her. Falsche Taste. Ja. Ach so, da wollten wir hin. Wo war denn das jetzt gleich nochmal? Falsche Taste. Da. Ah ja. Aber ich glaube, wir wollten zuerst noch das Fragezeichen gucken, was das ist. Wenn ich mich recht erinnere. Oh, es schaut schon bärig aus, ey. Wahnsinn. Hammer. Hammergeil. Oder? Was meint ihr, Leute? Das schaut doch bärig aus, die Aussicht. Guckt mal gleich mal zu der Insel runter, ob wir da hin können. Oh, Monster. Monsterchen zum Töten. Kann ich da was... Ja, kann man Bären plündern. Wie, was seid denn ihr für komische Viecher? Fuck, wer ist jetzt ein Panzer, ey? Jawohl, das erste Vieh ist weg. Aua! Ja, so. Weg mit dir. Hey Phil, na, alles klar bei dir? Bei mir passt alles soweit. Ich hoffe mal, es passt von der meine Lautstärke passt. Also kann man mich gut verstehen. Super, freut mich. So, jetzt gucken wir mal, ob wir da auf diese Insel da drauf können. Es würde mich jetzt schon interessieren, was das da auf sich hat damit. Ob es da überhaupt was gibt. So wie es aussieht, nicht. Schade. Schade, schade, schade. Ist hier noch was? Nö. Auch nicht. Verdammt. Wieder völlig umsonst. So ein Scheiß. Wo bin ich jetzt rübergelaufen? Ach, da. Da, wo die ganzen Steine sind. Was ist da? Achso, das ist das Ding für den Ausgang der Karte. Baum. Boom. Ist hier was? Ja. Drachenblutharz. Hui. Ja, da geht's aber nirgendwo weiter. Noch mehr Drachenblutharz. Ja. Ich bin jetzt... Ah, jetzt. Genau da wollte ich hin. Genau da wollte ich hin. Schauen wir mal, was das hier ist. Ah ja. Oh, da kann man was plündern. Loot! Immer her mit dem Loot! Ja. Dann geht's da wieder raus. Ja, ich muss in jede Ecke gucken. Das ist schlimm mit mir, ich weiß. Na, da. Das wird sogar belohnt. Das wird sogar belohnt, wenn man in jede Ecke guckt. Ab und zu. Ah ja, da ist jetzt wieder Schluss. Aber wir wollen ja noch nicht raus. Oh, wo geht's denn hier lang? Hier ist nix. Schade. Ist wieder doof. Alles doof, wenn man kein Loot findet. Moin, servus, moin. Wo geht's denn da lang? Gibt's hier auch was? Nö. Nö. Schlimm ist das. Da haben wir wieder was. Ich habe nichts gesagt. Ihr habt nichts gehört. Geht's denn hier hoch? Ah, okay, gut. Da muss ich rein. Denke ich mal. Oder? Oh. Ah, nee, Schmarrn. Glendans Wohnsitz. Aha. Na, da geht's ja auch nirgendwo weiter jetzt, oder? Ne, da ist zu. Da ist zu. Da ist überall zu. Oh, da liegt noch was. Hi Peaceful, Mahlzeit. Schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir? Wie war dein Tag? Bäh. Man sollte nicht durch die Gegend laufen und dabei in den Chat gucken. Geht's denn hier lang? Huch, verdammt. Lautlos. Dann wieder so eine verschlossene Tür. Mann, oh Mann, oh Mann. Haben die Angst, dass man was klaut oder wie? Ja, das glaube ich. Das glaube ich, Peaceful. Aber es freut mich, dass dir soweit gut geht. Ein Teich, schön, schön. So.
Do it! No Renaigse may enter here. This is the council room. It is a sacred place.
I see. Thank you for telling me. Goodbye.
Ich wollte doch da gar nicht rein. Aber ist gut zum Wissen. Ne? Danke für die Information. Ah, da kann man was plündern. Na. Oh, komm. So, dann gehen wir mal. Da ist noch was. Ich weiß, ich bin schlimm. Ich bin voll der Messi irgendwie. Aha. Mhm. Alles klar. Dann wollen wir mal zu der Quest hin. Okay, da nicht lang. Hier lang. Ja, endlich bist du da, Reinhold. Mann, dass man immer auf dich warten muss. Mensch, Mensch, Mensch. Junge. Danke, Peaceful, danke. Ja, sobald Final Fantasy VII Remake draußen ist, gibt es 6 Stunden Spezialstream. Als kleines Dankeschön. Ah ja. Oh nee, nicht schon wieder die Viecher. Oh. Komm, komm. Hier, nimm das. Und das. Oh. Hier. Oh. Weg mit dir. Na komm, daher. Doggy her. Oh. Meine Zeit ist Mistvieh. Hier, nimm das. Und das. Und au. Hast du mich gerade voll gespuckt? Weg mit dir. Oh, erstmal heilen wieder.
You were lucky. Without our presence here.
Yes. Blessed be the earth that has brought you to us at this time.
Ewan, I was touched. I am hurt.
Oh no! Morian!
These creatures are venomous. If their venom has come into contact with her blood, this young woman does not have long.
And we're too far from the village to seek help. How are we going to save her?
I know a potion that will erase the effects of the venom.
I have a vial of it in my bag. Hold on.
Thank you. Truly the best winds have brought you to us.
Here, drink this.
Don't worry. It'll heal you.
You can trust her. She knows what she's doing.
Morian, what do you feel?
I feel the pain leaving me.
She is saved. You have great wisdom. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey. You have saved Morian.
It was nothing. I'm glad I could help you.
You are different from other Renaigse. You know the potions. But what were you looking for here?
We came to study this place, the carvings in particular.
This is one of our places of ritual. A place of connection. What do you hope to learn from our carvings?
I seek to understand the mechanisms of your transformations. I think these carvings could help with this.
You seek the secrets of the Donegada. You should speak with Armal.
Yes, his name is Dunkas. He is also our Donegad, and his wisdom is boundless.
Here is someone who should be able to answer all your questions, Afra.
Let us go then. We will have time to discuss on the way.
I have so many questions about this place, about the rituals that take place here.
Hey Lycos, schön, dass du da bist. Mir geht's soweit gut und wie geht's dir?
Bertir to ma Donkas. These Renaikse saved my life.
What happened?
We were meditating at the sacred circle in Kerganau, and we were attacked. Morian was poisoned, and they gave her a potion.
Really? We are not yet used to the Renaikse doing something without expecting something in return. You should go and meditate now. I have to talk to them.
They are different from the others. Oh, I'm sure of it.
I hear your gratitude, Morian. It honors you. Now go. Leave us. Here you are again, Renaikse. Thank you for saving Morian. It was a kind gesture.
Please. We couldn't let her die without doing anything.
This feeling brings you honor. But what were you doing near our sacred circle in Kerganau?
It was me who led my friends there. I was hoping to study the circle to better understand your culture.
Lions always want the same thing. They covet our secrets to better steal our land, to better hurt our children.
Calm now. Perhaps this lioness is different from the others. Maybe we were wrong about them too.
I'm not trying to conquer your island, let alone hurt anyone. I just want to know.
A noble quest that could perhaps bring peace, but to which I cannot answer alone. I cannot reveal such secrets without seeking advice from the Order Donegada. But in order to thank you for saving one of our daughters, stay with us tonight. Eat and celebrate life. Maybe by sharing this joyous moment, you will learn something.
We accept your invitation. Isn't that right, DeSardet?
Of course. Thank you for welcoming us, Dunkas.
Denkt dir nichts Leikos, mir geht's genauso. Mir geht's genauso. Das Zeitgefühl, das ist wie weg. Einfach verschwunden. So, und jetzt? Muss ich wieder raus oder wie? Nee, mit denen quatschen.
I'm sorry. You look disappointed.
I did not expect your Denegad to reveal all its secrets to us, but I would have loved to learn more.
Perhaps you should be patient. It takes years to understand the mysteries of the Donegada, and since you are staying with us tonight, it will be an opportunity to continue learning.
That's what I hope.
Thank you for welcoming us tonight. We had a good time.
Yes. It was very enlightening.
We are glad that you stayed with us. We too have learned from you.
Your face brims with thoughts, Afra. Is something wrong?
It's nothing. Probably just tiredness.
We should all rest. It has been a long day. May your dreams be wonderful.
Good night.
May the moon watch over your dreams.
Is something wrong?
Dunkas wasn't here tonight, yet he's the one who invited us to stay. I also saw one of the elders sneaking out of the village.
You think they're hiding something from us?
I don't know. But since they don't want to share their knowledge with us, let's try to follow them.
I don't like it one bit, Afra. If the elders and Dunkas are gone, then we have no right to follow them.
In that case, why don't you explain where the transformation comes from?
It's not something that can be explained that easily. You have to believe to understand. You are not capable.
I see. So we will discreetly follow these people, since this is the price of knowing.
Denkt dir nichts Leikos, das habe ich am Dienstag gehört, also habe ich gestern gehabt, dass ich gemeint habe, es war Montag. Beziehungsweise, ja, doch, es war Montag, dachte ich mir gestern. Ja, das stimmt, man lebt so richtig planlos in den Tag hinein, wenn man zu Hause quasi gesagt eingesperrt ist. Ja, muss ich dir zustimmen, Reinhold. Das ist so. Was müssen wir jetzt machen? Oh, folgen wir ihnen. Okay. Schauen wir mal, wohin?
Here they are. Let's try not to be detected.
Ah, dürfen uns die nicht mal sehen, oder wie?
Why don't the creatures attack them?
I don't know. Are they guarding this place?
If they're trained to guard it, this must be a very important place.
Ah ja, wie soll jetzt ich da an den Vier vorbeikommen? Fällt ja gar nicht auf, ne? Also wir waren niemals hier, ne? Hey Falco, schön, dass du da warst. Danke für dein Like. Und dir auch viel Spaß noch. Ja, von da sind wir gekommen. Alles klar. Na, hier ist nix. Den Baum. Oh, oh, da gibt es was zum Plündern. Oder? Warte. Was haben wir jetzt hergekommen? Und. Hä? Wo geht's denn da lang? Hey Rufus! Schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir? Wie war dein Tag? Aha. Okay. Ein Lagerfeuer. Mehr nicht. Mysteriös. Mysteriös. Ah, gucken wir mal, wo die Ältesten hin sind. Können ja nicht weit sein.
Shh! I hear something.
We found them. Let's be as discreet as possible.
Ah ja, wieder durch eine Höhle durch.
They are below.
Get down or we'll be seen.
Also, wollen wir direkt zu denen hingehen. Okay.
Forgive us. We did not intend to interrupt you.
Auf jeden Fall, Falco, auf jeden Fall.
Why are you here?
We're sorry. We didn't mean to interrupt your conversation.
We need answers, so we followed your elders.
I never thought I would see you like this, hiding in the bushes, spying on your elder's daughter of Bladnit.
I'm the one who brought her here. She didn't want to follow you, but she refused to tell me what I need to know.
Well, since you absolutely want to learn, do as the apprentices do. Take a seat and be quiet. We are here to meditate, to hear the voice of the earth, because the wind has changed.
Close to us, Arwechnis Diri. You were right. Johan is ready. Morion's trial has made her more sensitive.
She is his Minundanem, and he is hers. One cannot progress without the other. She will have to bring him to the Cave of Knowledge. This will be his last trial before creating the bond.
May their path be gentle and shielded. As for me, I hear the call ever louder, Dunkas.
And the day the call is loud enough, you will respond just like each of us. But it's not yet time for you to join in on Milfritten. So, Afra, are you satisfied with what you saw?
It was informative, although it's not what I expected. Thank you, Dunkas. This meeting was strange. It almost seemed like they really heard voices in the wind.
Maybe it's true.
Some believe so strongly that they end up hearing or seeing what they hope for.
Have you learned what you wanted to?
What they said about these young people we helped out, about the fact they were ready to bind themselves. We have a unique opportunity of seeing a transformation with our very own eyes.
But we can't follow them wherever they go.
No, of course not. I must think on it. Come back and talk to me later.
Haben wir das jetzt, oder wie? Okay. Machen wir das da zuerst noch. Wo müssen wir denn hin? Erst gucken, wo wir hin müssen, ne? Also, jetzt sind wir eh da dort. Okay, gut, 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 gut. Dann passt das ja. War da vielleicht noch irgendwo was? Vielleicht da drin? Schade. Schade, schade, schade. Sind alle geizig. So. Raus hier. Ah. Ja, ich sag's ja, du musst wirklich bei jedem Ausgang mal hinausgehen, dass du da wirklich die ganzen Punkte kriegst. Schlimm ist das. Genau, bleib hängen. Wird erst später abgehangen hier. Ja, genau, dahin. Mal kurz mit ihr reden.
DeSardet, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Ah. Entschuldigt kurz, Leute, da brauche ich jetzt meine Notizen. Weil die, wo mich kennen, die wissen, ich bin ein kleiner Trophäenjäger.
What did you think about that moment next to the campfire with the elders of Vigigador?
It was strange and a bit frustrating, to be honest. What about you? How did you feel?
Alles klar, Reinhold. Dann bis später.
I was touched by the way the elders talked about those young people, about their bond. Were you not?
It's true. It seemed as if they thought that their bond would allow them to acquire more knowledge. In my culture, it is the other way around. We are told that romantic feelings are nothing but a distraction.
And, taking into consideration what we've learned, what do you think now?
I still have a lot to learn. I'm glad you were there to help me understand this. Perhaps those elders are right. Perhaps some bonds allow you to acquire more knowledge together. Anything else?
Okay,
I must leave you.
gut. Jetzt haben wir da auch wieder einen Schritt näher dran. Hehe.
Karans, do you need something?
Hat sie auch was?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
Eieiei.
I must leave you. See you later.
Gut, dann wollen wir weiter. Entschuldigung, Leute. Ja. Ja. Na, schon ja nicht viel Fragezeichen. Die klappern wir jetzt erstmal alle ab hier. Würde ich sagen. Oder was meint ihr? Wir haben ja nichts Besseres zu tun, ne? Laufen. Hirsch. Hockt der da im hohen Gras drin, ey? Spinnt der? Die Viecher schon wieder. Alter, wie viel Panzerung hast denn du? Bam, bam, bam. Aha, brauchst du nix machen. Ah, jetzt. Uah. 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 Weg. Und weg mit dir. Mistviecher. Jo. Ach, da liegt ja noch einer. Huch. Ne? Hallo. Das? Na. Ja, genau. Komm. Ah. Jawohl. So, dann wollen wir zum nächsten. Gucken wir mal, ob wir dahin kommen. Und dann machen wir hier so einen Bogen. Ja, das hört sich nach einem Plan an. Was hätten ihr für welche eigentlich? Ah ja.
Some Renaikse around here.
That doesn't happen often. Do you want something?
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man, but he wasn't my Minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
Naja, wir würden schon noch gerne mehr erfahren wollen, aber gibt's ja nicht mehr.
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalem seg.
Zumindest jetzt noch nicht. Warten wir es mal ab. Schauen wir mal. Ob hier nicht noch irgendwo was versteckt ist. Das habe ich nämlich auch ein paar Mal gehabt. Da bist du irgendwo mit in den Wald rein und dann hast du eine Kiste gefunden. Hier geht's hoch. Ja, war doch klar. Das war doch wieder so klar. Ja, immer diese Sackgassen. Komm ich da lang? Nein, komm ich nicht lang. So ein Mist. Hier gibt es schon was zu plündern. Sonst noch was? Nö, natürlich nicht. Oder? Gibt es da im Haus noch was? Ah, die Tür ist zwar offen, aber man kommt nicht rein. Alles klar. Gucken wir mal, was hier noch ist. Auch wieder nix. Warum müssen die Spiele momentan so knausrig sein? Ist ja schlimm, hey. Ah.
DeSardet, I'm happy to see you. I can't wait to find this famous cave of knowledge and what it contains. I could probably go alone, but just think about what you could learn and not only about yourself. Don't you want to understand where your face markings come from?
You're right, Afra. I will accompany you.
Thank you, DeSardet. Let's return to Dunkus's village. Our new friends will surely be able to tell us more about this cave.
Ja, jetzt machen wir aber zuerst die hier. Jetzt sind wir schon hier, jetzt machen wir die auch, ne? Beziehungsweise wir gucken uns jetzt erst noch die restlichen Fragezeichen an und dann machen wir die Quest. Das ist der Plan. Uah. Der Masterplan. Drachenblutharz. Immer her damit. So schön. Oh, hier ist ja schon ein Fragezeichen. Wieder ein Lager. Schön. Lager aufschlagen. Sehr schön. Oh. Eine ganze Siedlung. Und man kommt nirgendwo durch. Nett. Da auch nicht. Ach komm. Steig doch einfach die Felsen dann auf. Mann, Mann, Mann. So. Liegt hier drin irgendwo was? Scheint nicht der Fall zu sein. Lecker. Was gibt's denn Schönes? Suppe. Yam yam. Lecker Suppe.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
DeSardet, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. But the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see him.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in. Do not force us to use our weapons.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life back to the air.
Ich mach mal kurz einen Zwischenspeicher.
Do you not understand that these woods are sacred?
Hello, Doctor. I am the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue. Blood at the corner of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
The appearance of these bodies and the smell emanating from their mouths leaves me in no doubt. They were poisoned. That this doctor could have believed that this was simply an illness is beyond me.
I can't see anything else of interest.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. but they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, we'll see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Ah ja, jetzt wieder dahin. Ich möchte aber gerne noch die anderen Fragezeichen auch noch haben. Kann ich denn da durch jetzt? Ja, ich kann durch. Juhu! Ja, wir sind noch auf dem richtigen Weg. Ah ja. Bin ich voll in die Sackgasse rein. Ah, Lagerfeuer. 3 von 4. Schön. Jetzt lassen uns die nicht rein, oder?
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Da. Sollen der Käse. Mann, 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 Mann. Immer ist irgendwo gesperrt oder was weiß ich. Nicht schön sowas, überhaupt nicht schön. So, einmal Hirsch. Wollte mich schon wieder erschrecken.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life back to the earth.
This is our prey, Renix. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
Nein, Peaceful. kann ich dir leider nichts dazu sagen.
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poison? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict, without violence.
Ja, dann... Nee, da lang. Ja, genau, dahin. Jo. Und weiter. Reisen wir wieder zum Anfang zurück, als wir auf der Insel angekommen sind. Mal gucken, vielleicht hat sich ja was verändert. Aua. Jo, wo war jetzt der? Der war, glaube ich, da drin. Ja, da drin. Oben drüber. Wenn ich das richtig deute. Und rein da. Noch weiter oben. Ja, Tatsache. Ah, da sitzt er doch.
Sir de Corsilion.
DeSardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the terra incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, DeSardet. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found some notes which were lost by Professor Serafedin. His expedition was far from easy.
Investigating such gigantic creatures is bound to be perilous.
Indeed. Unfortunately, we also found his corpse. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor man. His devotion to science cost him his life. I will make sure I share the works you have brought me with his family. This research is fascinating. It must have taken a formidable amount of courage to pursue it. But some sheets are missing. Keep an eye out for them, would you? Maybe you can find them. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigyigidor. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago, but tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
Jo. Dann gehen wir mal ins Archiv. Oh, das ist immer wieder geil. Mit den Gemälden an der Wand. Ah, es schaut einfach nur episch aus. Da, das auch wieder. Heidewitzka. Schön. Schön. So, müssen wir noch weiter runter. Das Titelbild vom Hauptmenü. Schön. Was noch weiter runter? Oh, eine Kiste. Mit Goldmünzen. Yay! Wir sind reich. Naja, eigentlich nicht. So. Einmal links. Liegt hier wieder was? Nö. Lag hier überhaupt mal was? Ich weiß es nicht mehr. Nö. Ja, genau, da müssen wir lang. Ah. Hier haben wir es doch. Hehe. Wo ist die jetzt? Achso, die ist draußen. Die treibt sie draußen wiederum irgendwo. Mann, 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 Mann. Du, 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 du. Du, 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 du. So. Ah. 2 Türen weiter. Schön. Muss man wenigstens nicht durch die halbe Stadt laufen.
Day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
Ja. Gnädige Frau, ja.
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high. And some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed, and I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
So. Können wir jetzt wieder rausgehen. Und wieder zu dem Dorf zurückreisen. Ach, je. Quests über Quests über Quests. Ich weiß schon gar nicht mehr, wo man anfangen soll. Jo. Das machen wir jetzt ganz einfach. Bevor ich da durch die ganze Stadt durchrenne, gehe ich hier rein und mache eine schnelle Reise dahin. Ja, aber das ist normal. Peaceful bei solchen Spielen. Vor allem, es ist ja nur Nebenquest jetzt gerade. Ist ja keine Hauptquest. Ist nur eine Nebenquest. Aber ich habe ja in meiner Kanalbeschreibung steht da drin 100% Gameplay. Also so wie ich das spiele, so zeige ich es euch. Und ich mache nun mal sämtliche Quests, die was es gibt. Auch wenn mich das Rumgerenne da teilweise nervt und so, aber ich mach's trotzdem. Oha, hier ist halt arg finster. Machen wir jetzt Licht an. Jetzt.
What brings you here on Manawi?
Ja, genau, Peaceful. Volle Knecke durchziehen.
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area, and the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the oakerberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson tat.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochre berries...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed. And you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaixe came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
Okay.
I'm asleep.
Dann wollen wir mal.
Qua awalum seg.
Jawohl, 24. Schön. Level up. Yay. Ach. Oh, Fähigkeiten. Fähigkeiten. Yay. So. Machen wir das hier. Noch ein Punkt, noch ein Punkt. Dann haben wir hier den ganzen Baum voll. Schön. Schön. So muss das laufen. Da brauche ich noch auf 5. Aber ich bräuchte Beweglichkeit. Schlimm. Schlimm ist das. Schlimm. Oh, dann packen wir den Charisma rein. Oder bei Stärke. Schlimm, schlimm, schlimm. Schlimm ist das, man braucht so viel Zeit im Endeffekt. Nee, da will ich jetzt nicht gucken. Was haben wir da? Okay, dann gehen wir mal dahin. Wo geht's hier lang? Hier schaut alles gleich aus. Ah, hier geht's lang. Mein Gott, Junge, bist du blind? Ja, das ist aber nicht das. Das ist aber... Ne, das ist der Quester von ihr. Oder machen wir die? Schwierig. Alles klar, Peaceful. Dann guten Appetit und lass dir schmecken. Was heißt da Owe? Servus erst einmal. Wie geht's dir? Ja, komm. Machen wir die Quest. Machen wir die Charakterquest zuerst fertig, wenn wir eh schon hier sind.
We are happy to see you again. You will always be welcomed as friends here.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you too. But we came to ask you something.
Of course. What do you want?
When we participated in the Dunkus meditation, he spoke of a cave of knowledge you had to go to.
And you want to see it? You still wish to learn how we become bound? It is a very sacred place. Only those who will become Donegada may enter there.
That's right, Year One. But they saved my life.
If someone finds out that we have helped the Renaigse to enter a sacred place, they will refuse to bind me.
Dunkus will never do such a thing. What needs to be done will happen, no matter what.
You're probably right.
Look for the entrance in the Vedhat Ganadu. Entering there will not be easy, but you will have to discover the rest by yourself. Like true apprentices.
Thank you, Morian. And fear not. No one will ever learn what you have entrusted us with.
Ja, super. Müssen wir die Höhle jetzt anders suchen oder was? Ja. Ja, theoretisch waren wir ja schon in dem Gebiet dort. Probieren wir es mal. Mit einer Schnellreise von hier aus. Und dann sehen wir es ja. Naja, da schau her. Höhle des Wissens. Verlassene Mine. Höhle des Wissens. Zack, zack. Immer her damit. Jo. Gut, ich werfe mal einen Blick auf die Karte. Ah, jetzt. Nichts wie hin. Ja. Oh, der Hirsch liegt immer noch da. Jo, Truthahn. Nee, doch, Truthahn. Aber kleiner Truthahn. Ja, bin schon richtig. Oh, jetzt denn hier für welche?
Too long though, in case our corpse's cousins turn up. But we need to find a way to force this bloody root door. Hey, what are you doing here?
We could ask you the same question.
Except we found this place first. The treasure is ours, so I suggest you disappear. Fast.
Listen. We didn't mean to bother you. We were only exploring the area. But perhaps you could tell us exactly what you're doing here.
You look like nobility, and we don't want any trouble. We also are explorers. We discover secret places. That type of thing.
Really? And you found one near here?
Yeah. We managed to convince a savage to talk to us. And he told us there's a holy cave not far from here. The kind of place where the natives hide their treasures. But be careful, eh? It's ours.
And how do you plan on entering this cave?
Well, with enough explosives, we'll eventually get through those roots blocking the entrance. It's only a matter of time.
I see. Very subtle. And the islander didn't tell you anything about this?
He didn't really have the time. And he didn't have a key on him. Just some bloody seeds. Anyway, now that you know what we're doing here, you'd better leave.
Listen, I don't want to worry you, but you are taking a big risk by staying around here. When the Islanders clan notice his disappearance, they will come for him. You can imagine what will happen then.
Yeah, you're not wrong. With the time it'll take to craft enough explosives, we may end up with a whole tribe after us. Never mind, guys. We're leaving, fast!
Yay! Das hat doch super funktioniert. Samen des Wissens. Ah ja. Fleisch. Entschuldigung. War kurz abgelenkt.
At last, we made it here.
How do we get in?
Look around. There has to be a way.
Ja, dann geht mir aus dem Weg, Mädels.
This stone. There's a slot at the top, probably to put something in.
The natives' beliefs are based on exchanges. If we want this door to open, I imagine that we will have to make an offering.
Now we have to find out what we should offer.
Here is my offering to the Cave of Knowledge. There. Place the seed on the stone.
Ui. Ja, holla die Waldfee. Schon komischen Samen abgelegt und schon geht die Tür auf. Nice. Dann wollen wir mal hinabsteigen. In die Höhle des Wissens. In der Hoffnung, dass sie uns Wissen vermittelt. Oh, schaut schon episch aus, ey. Oder, ja. Schaut schon geil aus, also da kann man nichts sagen. So, da ich ja immer alles erkunden tue, gucke ich jetzt mich erstmal da links um. Hup. Das ist ein Ausgang. Tatsache. Ich habe noch einen Ausgang geschaffen. Entschuldigung. Ach, was ist denn halt los, ey? Oh, schaut das geil aus. Jetzt mal ganz ehrlich, Leute, das schaut doch mega aus. Ah, herrlich. Ich kann das gar nicht oft genug bei dem Spiel sagen. Na, jetzt ist aber mal gut. Ui, da unten liegt was. Ui. Malereien. Hey ja. Na kommt Mädels, weiter hier. Okay. Jo, jetzt gehen wir den ganzen Weg wieder zurück und gehen den richtigen Weg rein in die Halle. Warum habe ich nur das Gefühl, dass man hier eigentlich so rein soll und auf dem anderen Weg wieder rausrennt? Und dann da durch den Ausgang durch, den was man dann schaffen muss. Warum beschleicht mich so dieses Gefühl? Kann mir das mal jemand sagen?
It seems like this painting depicts some kind of ritual.
Yes. The character at the center is pouring blood on a stone. And one of these giant creatures that the natives call Nardigs is present.
The location looks like the stone circle where we met the two young natives. The character has changed. He now resembles an Onol Manawi.
You're right. They even depict his bond to the forest. Someone's coming. Let's hide. If anyone finds us here, we're sure to lose the trust of the islanders.
Jetzt soll er an einem höher gelegenen Ort verstecken. Noch eins weiter vor. Ah ja.
Esco halen. Esco valg med agengo selerge mantadabem. Avenundanum.
Mach, es boglin daiga ni dau. A yigi dames et hier como lei.
Kairto, Morian. Ages radai de radi dauem tairger began.
Kauden nes greta como lei. Nas oltargo tu. Vregdetet mad advad. Abud antadab me en ekekam. No adaholeg.
Jetzt die Höhle wieder verlassen. Jetzt können wir entweder da raus. Ja, gehen wir da raus. Nur um zu gucken, wo wir da rauskommen. Aha. Hier was? Nö.
The paintings in the cave were magnificent and have taught us so much. It is obvious that they depict the bonding ritual and its consequences. It is by pouring their blood on the raised stones that the natives become metamorphs.
I'm not really sure if I follow you.
And yet it's clear to see. The islanders think that their ritual has magic consequences, but there must be some sort of contamination in their blood as they pour it. The only way to verify this theory is to attend a full ritual. We must attend Yewan's.
How will we know when it takes place?
Dunkus said it would take place after the young people visited the cave, and they will most likely need some preparation. We should go to the Holy Circle of Kurganau tomorrow. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Natürlich.
I hope that Dunkus will not be too angry after seeing us there.
Let's take some time to rest, and then we'll go back to the place where we met them. DeSardet, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
How did you feel when we visited the cave?
Astonishment, I think. I felt as if I had reached my goal, as if I was finding a long-lost treasure. It was strangely moving, I think. What about you?
It was a grace-filled moment indeed. And these rudimentary paintings taught us so much. I would never have thought that mere murals could contain so much knowledge.
Because we looked at them in a different way. To us, these paintings were more than just decorations. They were like a window into some knowledge that was completely foreign to us. I used to swear only by writings, but now I realize that there are many other ways to learn. And once more, I owe this realization to you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Jo. Was? Noch 23 Stunden? Ja, heide Witzka. Brauchen wir Lagerfeuer. Da. Wenn man es gewohnt ist, L3 reinzudrücken, damit die Figur läuft, das ist schlimm. Nee, komme ich nicht durch, verdammt. So. Schlafen. Ah, das ist jetzt doof. Das ist doof. Was mache ich jetzt? Was mache ich jetzt? Gucken wir mal das Lager kurz durch. Beziehungsweise was wir aus dem Inventar reinpacken können. Altes geschwärztes Holzschwert. Nee. Nee. Halt nicht bei der Kiste, sondern... Wo ist der Werktisch? Da ist der Werktisch. So. Wobei. Mal gucken, was passiert, wenn wir den verbessern. Nee. Der kommt bei weitem nicht an den hin. Ja, dann kann man wiederverwerten. Da haben wir nix. Haben wir hier was? Ja, kommt auch nichts an das hin, das was wir haben. Das ist einfach eine traurige Erkenntnis. Ah, hier. Schlimm, 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 schlimm. Schnapsflasche brauchen wir da. Ah ja. Metalldübel, brauchen wir Roheisen. Was haben wir denn noch? Was haben wir denn noch? Ja, nicht viel. Oh, immer noch 3 Stunden 40 Minuten. Alter Verwalter. Was machen wir denn da?
Karanz, do you need something?
Ja, war ja klar, dass du nichts zum Sagen hast.
See you later.
Tja, was machen wir jetzt? Schauen wir mal. Gibt wieder Monster. Ja, genau. So, Nummer 1 ist platt. Na komm. Weg mit dir. Ja. Alles mitnehmen, alles. So, haben wir noch irgendwo ein paar Viecher. Die sind gut zum Zeitvertreib. Du, 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 du. Du, 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 du. Du, 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 du. Ach, halt doch die Klappe, du doofer Fuchs. Hat kein sauberes Tor. Oh, da sind noch mal welche, da sind noch mal welche. Ui. Weg mit dir. I. Weg. Oh, da ist ja noch einer. Mist, Matz. So. Jetzt muss aber mal Ruhe sein hier. Ja, 1 Stunde, 1,5. Zum Glück vergeht die Ingame-Zeit schneller als wie in Echtzeit. Es hat schon seine Vorteile. Ja, mö. Blöden Schafe. Oder Ziegen oder was auch immer ihr seid. Na. Ne. So. 1 Stunde.
Wo müssen wir eigentlich hin? Das. Jo, jetzt.
You again. Your curiosity is truly unquenchable.
Forgive our intrusion, Dunkus, but I really want to attend Year One's ritual. I have learned a lot thanks to you, but I still have so much left to understand.
If you were one of ours, Afra, I would be flattered to have such an inquisitive and resolute apprentice. You can attend the ritual, but promise me that you will be discreet. No Renaigse ever had this honor before.
We will do everything in our power to prove ourselves worthy of your trust, Dunkus. How are you? You must be feeling impatient.
Impatient, yes, and a little bit afraid as well.
It's only natural to be afraid, Year One. It's a new life starting for you. But I will be by your side, now and forever.
I cannot wait for the ritual to begin.
Times really must have changed for some Renaigse to attend our rituals.
These are very different from the others. Their leader is an Onal Menawi after all.
I know I look like them, but I'm not one of them.
You may not be bonded, but your parents must have been.
You should be proud and happy about it. It is probably thanks to your bond that Dunkus has accepted your presence.
Ah, yeah.
You look preoccupied.
Our people have suffered many lions attacks, often during rituals. In some villages, all the young Sinal Manawi were abducted. You seem different from the other Zafra, but I can't help worrying.
I have nothing to do with these attacks, Dunkus, I swear.
I believe you. Otherwise, you would not be here with us. But I hope that your brothers will not be there in the shadows, ready to pounce on our children.
Ah, sorry.
Oh, ist das spannend.
Aruich Nestiri, Adesta Marar Mam.
Meneda, Meneda. You are an Onolmanawi now, Yawan. And soon you will heal the earth by our sides. Like a real Donegad.
Thank you, Donkas. I feel so proud.
I am so happy that we can be Voglendaiga together at last.
What about you, Afra? Did you find the answers you were looking for?
It's strange. I didn't exactly understand what happened, but I am moved.
Some events must be understood with the heart, not the head.
It seems like you are right, Dunkus.
We are under attack.
Ja.
The lions want to take our children.
I won't let them take you, Morian.
They won't.
Let's see what you're capable of.
DeSardet. You can count on me.
Your curiosity, Afra, has saved lives. If it weren't for you, people from my village would have been abducted or killed. I am infinitely grateful, especially considering that fighting against your brothers could not have been easy.
Indeed. These people were brutes. They had it coming. However, you don't know how right you are, Dunkus. I recognize some of these men.
Really? Did they belong to the governor's court?
No. They worked for my former master, Dr. Asili. I was his student for a long time before I realized that this man's methods were questionable. He was so obsessed with his goals that he became cruel. But I can't believe he'd go as far as abducting people for his experiments.
You think that the Onolmanawi are used for experiments?
Now that I have seen these soldiers, I am certain of it. And I'm afraid they may suffer atrocious treatment under the guise of scientific progress. I am so ashamed.
Come now, shame serves no purpose. And you are proof that the lions are not all the same.
Thank you, Dunkus. And thank you, DeSardet. You opened my eyes.
Sure.
DeSardet, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Do you think that attending this ceremony has changed your world vision?
Yes, obviously. Before it, I was so focused on my own knowledge. This ritual made me understand the power of sharing, of emotions, and of the bonds between people. This new vision gives me new perspectives. A whole new life is ahead of me.
I hope I'll be lucky enough to be by your side.
We share amazing memories now. A bond has been created between us, too. And I can't imagine this new life without you by my side. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Jo. Da mache ich jetzt wieder einen Speicher. Ja, genau, da. Machen wir den, überspeichern wir den. Jo. Was haben wir denn jetzt noch? Ach. Ah ne, das sind die Hauptquest. Ja, genau. Tü, dü, dü, dü. Jetzt schnell zum Kartenrand. Genau dahin. Jetzt ändern wir die Gruppenzusammenstellung wieder.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Sie raus. Ihn rein. Jo. Na. Und weiter. Oh. So. Ah, sind wir ja gleich dort.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Ja.
Sorry, this is private property. I can't...
Those guys must have no respect for the lives of their men to start mining again.
These Renagse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
Ah.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
They broke the stone and started digging under the mountain again. The Monesinaiga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Courcillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business.
So, dann wieder zum Schnellreisepunkt. So. Kiste. Naja, der ist wieder ganz oben. Der sitzt ja wieder ganz oben. Oh, falsche Tür.
Sir de Corsilion.
DeSardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigyigidor. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry, we'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Nö.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
Sekunde, Leute. Geht gleich weiter. So, jetzt wieder in den Keller. Ja. Immer Treppe rauf, Treppe runter, Treppe rauf, Treppe runter. Runter, runter, runter. Immer schön die Treppe runter. Eigentlich sollte es ja heißen rauf, rauf, rauf. Immer schön die Treppe rauf. Und dann kommen wir zum Tunnel. Tü, dü, dü. Du, 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 du. Jo. Besitzurkunde eines alten Minengeländes, das Meister Maillard gehört.
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
No, jetzt wieder raus. Du, 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 du. Aber ganz schnell hier.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Ah ja. Dann würde ich mal sagen, statten wir dem einen Besuch ab. Einen nächtlichen. Weil es momentan Nacht ist.
Come closer, good people. The cure in point. Are your boots worn through?
Hello, Your Excellency. Please express my most sincere... Sadly, I cannot stay in
Mach halt die scheiß Kiste auf. Mensch. Kann doch nicht wahr sein. Oh, verdammt. Bin ja total falsch gelaufen. Mensch, Leute, warum sagt's denn ihr denn nix? So sagen, ey, du bist vorbeigelaufen. Der ganze Chat muss explodieren dabei. Nee, Schmarrn, alles gut.
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
DeSardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin.
Alter, wie dreist ist denn der, hey? Hammerhart. Hammerhart, also... bin ich ja gleich selber geschockt davon, ey. Jo, jetzt wieder rauf, rauf, rauf. Immer schön die Treppe rauf.
Sir Corsilio.
DeSardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Juhu, Sklaven befreien.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilio.
Habe ich den jetzt auch? Oh, immer die falsche Taste. Ich werde nicht mehr. Ja, ist ausgerüstet. Markiert. Oh, ich sag's ja. Schlimm ist das mit mir halt.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Jo, jetzt gibt auf die Fresse.
Are you looking for trouble?
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Corsilio on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, You are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tier 3D.
Impossible. By what right? Guards, this man threatens me.
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Oh. Hoppla. Wieso geht das jetzt nicht? Ui, eine Kiste. Säbel der Seeleute. Dann mal zuerst hier raus.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not all Legate blow or alike.
He is an Almanawi. That's why he understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
Ah, gern geschehen. Alles gut. Haben wir doch gern gemacht. Na? Also. Ist hier drin noch irgendwas? So geht's lang. Ah ja, wieder reisen. Moin. Moin.
What What brings you here on Almanawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and he will be banished.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants, my friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I'm honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it. Since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it, he will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Corsillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkus. It's a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
Jo.
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Jo. Was steht denn jetzt noch an? Das da steht jetzt noch an Nebenquests. Ja, schauen wir mal, abgeschlossene. Okay. Ja, dann machen wir die. Dann machen wir die. Warte mal. Ah, jetzt. Ja, hat der Chat wieder gehangen. Entschuldigung, Leute. Hol dir God of War, Reinhold. God of War. Super, Reinhold, super. Danke für die Info. Na, der Chat hat wieder mal abgespackt. Obe, das war die Zeit, die was noch ablaufen musste, damit die neue Quest startet. Entschuldige, dass ich das jetzt erst beantworte, aber der Chat hat wieder mal nicht weitergemacht. Aber ich hoffe mal, jetzt geht's wieder. BB Peaceful. Und hat's geschmeckt? Hallöchen, Jess. Wo war ich? Ach ja. Na, das hört sich aber nicht so berauschend an, Peaceful. sowas. Ja, genau. Da müssen wir hin. Jo. Hat der schon was Neues? Nein, natürlich nicht. Na, brauche ich überall Beweglichkeit. Das ist doch zum Kotzen. Ja. Ja, die Chance auf Beute, die muss bleiben. Das. Oh, da geht es sogar noch mal um 5% auf. Aber die Giftresistenz um 3 runter. Ach so, ja okay, gut. Dann kann ich es verstehen. Peaceful. Ja, ist schön, dass ihr beide mal da seid, ne? freut mich, sehr schön. Nehmen oder nicht nehmen, das ist hier die Frage. Ja, das ist blöd, wenn Giftresistenz nur mehr um 10% runtergeht. Das ist blöd. Oh, geht Giftresistenz auch noch mal runter? Ja, leck mich doch am Arsch. Da hat es sogar noch mal aufgehen. Ja, Reinhold, dann musst du was essen. Das hilft nix. Oh je, Peaceful, das hört sich ja an, hä. Da geht die Rüstung auch wieder runter. Oh, das ist doch... Zum Kotzen einfach, zum Kotzen. Nix kannst ausrüsten. Genau, Giftresistenz nochmal um 20% runter. Seid ihr bekloppt oder was? Nee. Nee. Oh ja, ich ahne auch Schlimmes, Peaceful, für dich. Das kann nur übel enden. Mhm. Dann machen wir erstmal die Viecher da drüben platt. Die stehen da so böse. Ui. Da buddeln sich ja nochmal welche aus. Das geht ja gar nicht. Weg mit dir. Jo. Ne, du sollst es plündern und nicht wegspringen. Alles klar, Peaceful. Dann erstatte mal Bericht. Das musst du wissen, ob du das aufnehmen willst oder nicht. So, jetzt gucken wir mal, wo der Typi ist.
What an astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
Da ist er.
Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Dann ist ja gut, wenn es noch 2 Pakete hast.
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
Ah ja.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Ja, das würde ich mir auch sagen, dass das kein Zufall ist. Kann man hier was plündern? Nö. Schade. Schade, schade, schade. Na gut, dann quatschen wir mal mit den beiden oder den dreien da. Na, erst einmal mit ihr.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Ja, das glaube ich dir, Peaceful. Das glaube ich dir, dass die da, dass diese Blicke unbezahlbar sind.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Du bist aber gemein. Kannst du die armen Leute nicht so verschrecken?
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Oh, alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Mateus later, but first we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
Ja genau, weil die Leute gemein zu dir sind, bist du doppelt gemein zu ihnen, ne? Immer zweimal mehr, ne? Ach so, zu dicht aufeinander noch. Alles klar, gut, dann kann ich das ja verstehen, dass du solche Aktionen bringst.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
Ja.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of St. Mateus. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Ja genau, dieser blöde trockene Husten. Alles klar.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful.
Alles klar.
Thank you. I will let you work. Greetings, DeSardet. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
Alles. Wir wollen alles wissen.
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Mysteriös.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
Ah ja.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
Ah ja.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye.
Ja, peaceful, das glaube ich dir, dass das doof ist. Zeiteisen so langsam bald fertig. Hier ist ein Eingeborener, okay. Ach, da ist noch was zum Looten. Loot, immer her mit dem Loot.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. DeSardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onolmanawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
Also das ist echt krass peaceful, wenn es da bei 25 Grad sein sollten. Ja, bei dir, Reinhold, sowieso, da liegt immer Schnee, da wo du bist. Oder fast immer.
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Nee, also bei uns hier hat man die Temperaturen definitiv noch nicht. Ja, ich bin auch froh, dass ich den Schnee nicht mehr sehen muss jetzt. Das ist schön an Weihnachten und Silvester, aber ansonsten brauche ich ihn auch nicht.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Ptolemy and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
Ja, also im Mai brauche ich den Schnee definitiv nicht mehr. Also da sollte Sonnenschein und ja, Frühling eigentlich sein, ne? Und kein Schnee.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did...
As long as so, some of the things...
Das hat man doch schon.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men, perhaps wiser than they are.
Ja, dann kannst du ja an deinem Geburtstag Schlitten fahren.
I have to go.
Like so many others.
Tja, wissen wir schon mal, dass die einer was vorspielen, ne? Aber auch mit Recht, weil dann machen die wenigstens die Sachen nicht mehr kaputt.
Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vigsenegad, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthäus, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But, in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
On the other hand, had they followed their chief's example, this wouldn't have happened. Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
Ja. Nu weer dan runter.
There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Wieder mit dem Reden, ja. Heile Witzka. Hinher, hinher. Oh, genau, da springst du jetzt nicht runter, sonst fällst du überall runter.
You have returned on Manawi. Do you need something else?
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son. I have to go.
Like so many others.
So, das ist jetzt, glaube ich, eine gute Stelle zum Schluss machen. Ich bedanke mich bei euch allen, dass ihr so zahlreich da wart. Schaut auch gerne beim Reinhold rein, der macht momentan The Witcher 3. Oder auch bei Peaceful. Beim Lycos natürlich auch. Beim Phil. Der wo ganz am Anfang da war. Und ja, wie gesagt, ich bedanke mich bei euch. Habt noch einen schönen Abend, bleibt gesund und bis zum nächsten Mal. Servus und ciao.